guys more receipts, more screenshots of
Oh yeah, this is Amy Kozak. Ami Kozak. Yeah, he had to. And we're gonna end it with this because this is just going to lighten it up. Um, yeah, he's playing the role of Candace, but I really want people to understand that the insinuations, all because they're looking at, oh, she's not crying, she's not doing this, not doing that. You're trying to dictate how someone mourns and grieves. If we don't all mourn and grieve the same way, then why do you care about how someone is mourning or grieving? Why is it not good enough for you if you know that it's different? The hypocrisy of that is what's staggering to me. Oh, we all mourn and grieve differently, but oh, they're not mourning and grieving this way. Well, what the hell? What do you want? You either want to respect the differences that we have and how we grieve and mourn, or you want everybody to be the same, like the candy asses, because hive mentality and stuff, because they think like a cult, because it's like, oh, how dare you say anything different? Now you're being paid by Israel. Even though I wish someone produced me some form of payment where they sent me. Show me the proof they sent me some money. Yeah, it's mighty funny because they don't send you a super or anything either. So whatever. But you get this stuff all because you think outside the box. Hive mentality, cults don't want you to do that. They don't want you to think differently. They want you to think like them. They want you to be like them. They want you to flow with how they're flowing. If you say anything outside of that, then you're being paid. Then how do we respect each other's differences? Israel wants to pay my bills. Come on, Israel. Y'all owe me some checks. Because, frankly, my dear, and all these other people, these candy asses and bots coming up in here, they're saying I'm being paid. I'm missing out on a lot of money. I'd love to get enough to buy a house, pay off some student loan debt. They can bring money over here and help stimulate our U.S. economy. Yeah. What the hell? All for saying something different. All because you're being different. They would be stimulating the U.S. economy. I hope they know that. I will not take those dollars and spend it in another country. It will be spent here in the United States of America. All because I don't agree with Candace Owens lying, throwing out conspiracy theories, and her nonsense and buffoonery that's landing her in a court of law about the Macrons, about Israel, about Charlie Kirk's death, about her insinuating everybody has something to do with it. The U.S. military. Least we not forget, she is accusing the entire U.S. military for being involved in Charlie Kirk's death. Which branch of military again? If you are a veteran of the military, of the U.S. Armed Forces, or an active duty member, you should be insulted and offended that Candace Owens is insinuating that you, a member of the U.S. military, is involved in Charlie Kirk's death. You should be insulted. You should be offended. It's absolutely disgusting. It's deplorable. But I'm the dumbass for saying you should not be insinuating people to have some hand in a criminal matter like a death that we all have witnessed. Most people can't get that out of their heads. It's something you can't unsee. Candace Owens goes out her way to make sure we never forget it in the most gruesome ways. You're lying. You're having us remember this every time you come on your YouTube channel, your podcast, Candace Owens, by lying about it. That's not how you remember this man's life. And now you're insinuating his wife has something to do with it. I'm offended. insinuating the entire U.S. military. Which branch of military, Candace? How about the candy asses? Which branch of military? If any of you were in the military or you're a veteran, you should be offended at Candace Owens saying the entire United States military is involved in Charlie Kirk's death. Which branch? Are we talking about the Air Force, the Army, the Marines? Which branch? Come on now. It's absolutely insane. It's not about hating. It's about her saying hateful words that can incite rage and violence. Cyber harassment. That's what she's doing. Yeah, so this is going to be the last video that we check out here. And then we're going to bring it to a close. Thank everybody so much for tuning in. This is just, to put a smile on everyone's face, some laughter. Here's a shout out to all the candy asses that sit here and believe every word Candace Owens says.
All right, you guys, more receipts, more screenshots of actual text messages, this time from a supposed Jewish donor that was sent to another Jewish donor. And I have receipts. You wanted receipts? Well, I brought them. And we're going to expose the lies. So this was sent to me from a reliable source, and I will not say who they are because I respect their privacy. But it was from a Jewish donor, and read here what it says. It starts, "Hey, what are you up to? What are you up to? What are you up to? What are you up to, AIPAC? What are you up to, Bill Ackman? I don't know. Maybe it's him. Maybe it's someone else. What are you up to? I mean, what are you up to? I mean, who talks like that? What are you up to? Who talks like that? Who texts like that? No human being, okay? No actual human being, real life person texts like that. What are you up to? Unless you're actually up to something. And we all know what that something is. What are you up to? Why would you ask that question if you're not up to something? The text goes on to say, NMU. NM. Okay, I grew up in the 90s, okay? I know NM, but today, nobody says NM unless you're talking about Netanyahu Mossad. N for Netanyahu, okay? Mossad, U. This is obviously an abbreviation, a buzzword, a hint. And I don't know. Can we say it that it's Netanyahu Mossad? You, as in Netanyahu and Mossad are coming for you. Is that a threat? Is that a threat? If you dig deeper, the thread goes on to say, be back soon. Talk to you later. Be soon. I mean, it's so obvious. It's so obvious, you guys. It's so obvious. They think we're stupid. They think we're stupid, okay? BB soon. BB soon. We're supposed to believe that's be back soon. It's obviously BB soon. BB is coming for all of us soon. But we're not going to let that happen. We're not going to let that happen. And if it does, I will release everything. Every one of the threads like this that I have in my possession, and I will demand people send them to me. I will release them, or I will have somebody I trust, and I will have all of you guys release these. And I'll just end by saying that you're not going to scare us, okay? I had a voice in my head today.
I'm sure.
I was walking. I was just taking a walk, and suddenly I heard voices in my head. Real voices, okay? They were real voices.
Yeah.
And they were telling me the truth. And they were real voices. And when I hear something, I listen. I listen to it, okay?
Okay.
We're not going to be intimidated. We're not going to be scared. We're not going to hold back. We're going to speak the truth. I'm going to reveal what the voices in my head are telling me.
Oh, God.
I'm going to reveal more receipts and more screenshots just like this. Thanks for watching, everybody. Stay tuned.
White women, stop sending me new.
All right, you guys.
Yeah, that was going into my humor. Can we get a heart in the chat for Ami Kozak? Is this Kozak? What tries? Ami Kozak. funny. That was absolutely funny. Here is the link to that video. Absolutely funny, y'all. That's Candace all the way. She got voices in her head. She listened to all of them. All 911 of them voices in her head. They up there telling her a bunch of things. Y'all, listen. I'm telling y'all right now. Here in the Lady Luck Club, we gonna facts and evidence. Y'all see, I have no problem having some banter with the candy asses, okay? But it is what it is. They're a damn cult. The verdict is in. It's a cult. It's how I feel. It's how most people are feeling. And you have others saying the same thing. So it's cult. It's cult. We have a name for the cult members, candy asses. And of course they don't like it. I know. Frankly, my dear, so mad. I don't even know what to say. I'm obsessed. I'm all this. I'm still missing out on that check from Israel. All right. I want the check. That check better clear, frankly, my dear. It was the one Jesus whipped out of the temple. Did he? I thought it was the Pharisees and the Sadducees, and I thought it was those people. Oh man. He gave Nicodemus a chance, frankly, my dear. I think it's okay for you to be forgiving. All right, it was fun. Yeah, listen, we're yet praying for you, frankly, my dear, okay? You gotta have a little bit more love in your heart, all right? Oh, Lord have mercy. Yeah, this was good. I enjoyed you all. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Benjamin Netanyahu owes me a bunch of money, and frankly, my dear, is an attorney. We will be back at it again. And yes, I'm going to do more Candace Owens videos because it's my prerogative. All right. I appreciate you all. Hit the like button on the way out. And we're going to be doing a live this evening on Umar. I have a special video where he turns away social services from checking on his mother. So as you all can see, we're not here for the, to have a hive mindset. I want you all to think on your own. And, let me make sure I show you all this. This right here, this is the obstruction of federal investigation and serious offense that can lead to significant legal penalties, including fines and imprisonment. And, of course, they give the legal definition and implications of obstructions. A federal investigation generally refers to any action that interferes with the ability of federal authorities to conduct their inquiries. This can include a wide range of activities such as destroying or altering evidence, providing false information, giving misleading statements to investigators or in official documents, intimidating witnesses, bribery, amongst other things. So I will drop the I have the Cornell University is kind of like my go-to here. And I'll put that here in the chat for you guys to read and research on this stuff. And will they go after her? If they have to, they will. All right. So now you all see the legal definition of obstruction. You guys have it here for yourself. Obstruction of criminal investigations, 18 U.S. Code Statute 1510. And you guys can read the information down here with her giving out, misleading information that is starting to, if it starts to have this impact and sway on the investigation itself, or any witnesses are being, intimidated. If you're like, let's say Phil Lyman was a potential witness. Well, she puts this guy out on her show. She doxed him. She brought up his mother, talking about where's his mother, and then a cousin of his that led to that cousin deleting 2 or 3 of his social media profiles. What if they needed some of that information? What if they were witnesses, potential witnesses in that federal investigation? And here Candace Owens is trying to have interviews with them, sending her candy asses out to cyber harass them, doxing them. That's illegal, Candace. That's a cybercrime. Releasing personal identifiable information is doxing. That is illegal. But that's what she did. So if they were potential witnesses in a federal investigation, she's just tampered with witnesses. That's part of obstruction. So that could be one of the ways they could sit down and question her on this. And so this is what people are, this is what people are sick of at this point. Let the investigation play out the way it's supposed to, Candace, and butt out of it. If you don't have any documentation or proof or evidence, your theories mean nothing in this scenario because they have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt. That's bottom line. She doxed Phil Lyman. She doxed the cousin, or they consider themselves uncle, nephew, but they're cousins, whatever. No one cares. We didn't even know who that guy is until she started talking about him. She's put out businesses, put out information that should not have been released to the public. Stephen Gardner said person she doxed getting death threats. See? So the things that she says, like the High Court of Australia agreed to, can lead to inciting violence and anger and discord in the community, whatever that community is. It's leading to people being doxxed. That is part of cyber harassment. That is a cyber crime. And that falls under the purview of the FBI. So if the FBI wants to come to her and say, listen, you're tampering with witnesses that are, or potential witnesses, you're doxing people, people are being harassed because of you and your videos, they're being bullied online, we have a real problem here. They could go in on that angle. And they would not be wrong because there are video evidence to prove she's doxed people. That is a cyber crime. That is illegal. So for all the candy asses out there that think this shit is cute, it's not. It is illegal. And it's nothing that anyone should want simply because you think something. I didn't dox, frankly, my dear, I didn't ask her about anything personal. And I wouldn't do that. That frankly, my dear, a kitty ass, just like anyone else, deserves to live in peace. So why go through all of this? Is it worth it? And this is what people are lining up evidence to do. They're lining up to sue her for that. For putting their lives in danger, for putting them in the line of fire. For saying, hey, oh, well, it's odd that you're trying to retrace the shooter's steps. I'm sorry. You love this man so much. He was your best friend and little brother. Why would you do that? Oh, I can't leave the house. Okay, well, why are you putting people out there like that? Because that's what they're wanting to do. Candace forgets she's not the only person on earth until it's time for her to go live. Then it's like 500,000 people in her live stream. But what she doesn't seem to care about is other people love Charlie Kirk. She wasn't the only friend, the only person in his life. He had a wife. He had 2 kids. He had parents. He has siblings, I think. He has friends. He had other people that loved him. He had employees. He had a whole company. And these people wanted to go and retrace the shooter's steps. They loved Charlie Kirk. They wanted to see what happened. They wanted to try to get an idea of what really occurred. They were there in person for the event. What was Candace Owens at while he was at Utah Valley University speaking? Candace Owens was safe in her home basement. Why didn't Candace go out there to the campus and do a tour? Now she's scared to leave the house. Miss me with the hypocrisy. So it is what it is. I'll just be paid by Israel. They send me my checks. Benjamin Netanyahu, you owe me some money, bro. You can't make this stuff up. And now Candace is facing lawsuits and the possibility of tampering with witnesses, perpetuating cyber crimes, cyber harassment, cyber bullying, doxing, people creating fake profiles and harassing everybody's, videos and leaving dumb shit that all says the same thing because Candy ass all got this hive mindset because Cope. This is what's happening here. This is all spewing from what she's putting out there. Is Candace Owens going to get on her platform and say, can you all not dox people? Can you all please stop harassing people? Can y'all stop accusing everybody of being paid by Israel? More than likely, it'll cut down by 50%. But if she puts it out there, I'm not encouraging any of you to do that. It's stupid. Don't do it. They probably won't. But she's not trying to get a control on that. She's not trying to reel it in. I'm not sending out any of my supporters out to dox anybody. Don't harass anybody. You don't have to do that. Candace Owens doesn't have enough integrity to do this. She doesn't have enough integrity to say any of this. She doesn't care. So, miss me with all the nonsense. Candy asses is just going to be mad. They can accuse us or whatever. But is Candace Owens going to come out and denounce the cyber harassment and the bullying and to stop the doxing and to answer to what she's done already? Because she's done it herself. Is she going to answer to it for what she's done? She could just report it herself and say, I didn't mean to do this. This is what happened. I was trying to do some journalism and it went the wrong way. And these people have been harassed. I want to report it. I want to report all those the YouTube channels that were out doing it. Here are all of the profiles. I don't want to have anything to do with that. Is she going to come out and do a video and say, you all need to stop harassing people? No, she's not. Because she doesn't care. Candace Owens, I don't care if you hear this. You're irresponsible, you're reckless, and you are a danger to many communities. Not just in Australia, in the United States of America. You won't even come out and be responsible and tell your people to cut it out. You won't even stop doxing people. And you're insinuating that everyone's involved in the death, that we all witnessed, that you refuse to let his wife just grieve. You're reckless. And you're a threat to society right now. Because people can get hurt, harmed, killed, and everything in between because of you. But, you know, what do you expect from someone who doesn't have a soul? So, those are my thoughts. Now, that's all I have. I appreciate all of you all for tuning in. Thank you all so much. Hit the like button, share the content, share the videos. I'm going to break this up. I know it's almost 3 hours long, but I am going to break it up. But I appreciate you all for the support. Thank you for the super. Shout out to Shannon for the $20 super. We had $25 goal. We almost met it, but listen, that's how it is. Sometimes we meet it, sometimes we don't. But either way, I bless God for all of you all tuning in and just hitting that like button and sharing the content and subscribing goes a long way. And until the next one, you guys, we will be back and we will have more Candace Owens content until she cuts it out. Until the next one, you guys take care. Have a good one. Lady Luck Club out.